The world of Pokemon. Over the past 20 years, we have seen 7 very unique regions that have been inspired by real-world locations. The regions of Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh are all based off of Japan. The Kalos region is based off of France, and the Unova and Alola regions are based off the United States. There are still many places in the real world Game Freak could choose as a location to draw inspiration from, and that is what the goal of this series is. Pick a part of the real world and reimagine it as if it were a Pokemon region. And in this episode, as suggested by Zhao, we will be venturing to the largest island country in the world, Indonesia. Indonesia, a tropical paradise with over 13,000 islands. It has the beauty that all islands have, but there is something special about Indonesia. The land itself has an almost mystical aura to it. From each beautiful island to the deep jungles deep inland, there is an ancient air to it all, and it would make for a relaxing and beautiful Pokemon region that would be in fact similar to our own Alola region. Indonesia even plays home to a cluster of volcanoes that would make for a stunning set piece in any story for a Pokemon game. With the beauty of the islands, this would be easy to translate into being a Pokemon region. But there is always more to that than just good-looking landscape. We need to fill this with Pokemon, and for this episode, I have what would make the best starters for an Indonesian-based region. And we'll begin, as all Pokemon games do, with the grass starter. There is only one animal I found that would be perfect for the grass starter. The Babirusa, also known as the deer pig. It is a species of wild pig that is protected on the islands. I can only picture its tusks being large stones piercing through the animal's snout. Because of that, it would be a grass and rock type Pokemon with a very high attack stat and average defenses. It would of course lack in speed and special attack. This animal has that earthly vibe that all grass Pokemon have, and in turn would make the perfect grass starter. The fire type naturally follows next, and that comes being represented by the Dusky Lori, a species of parrot found on certain islands of Indonesia. Just by the way it looks, looking like live coals, this animal deserves to be a fire-type Pokemon. It of course would borrow a little from Rowlet, being a fire and flying type right from the start. It would come packing extremely high special attack and speed, as well as high special defense. It would in turn lack in attack and defense. It would be a special equivalent to Talonflame. The beauty of this bird alone makes it deserving to be our Indonesian region's fire-type starter. And last but certainly not least is the water-type starter and its inspiration, the Flying Gurnard. Despite the name, it would not be a flying type though. It would have access to some flying type moves because of those fin wings. This strange fish would actually be a water and fighting type. Why? Because the fin wings resemble the Japanese war fans. And it would give this starter trio a reverse weakness triangle, so each starter would be effective against what it is weak to. It would excel in speed and attack, and have an average physical defense but low special defense, making it a target for electrical attacks. With that concept and that animal, this would be a great water type starter and a very unique fighting type Pokemon. With great starters like that and a land filled with beauty, we need a great legendary. There is only one mythical being that would be perfectly representing this Pokemon region, the Garuda. It is a mythical humanoid bird-like creature from both Hindu and Buddhist mythology. But what makes it even better? It's even Indonesia's national symbol. Since it is a bird, I would have to give it the flying type by default. But the secondary typing has been giving me trouble since there's so many typings that could fit this creature, thanks to its multiple forms this creature comes in. The majority of the forms show it as what is on screen now, a humanoid bird like that. And there is only one type combination that I keep coming back to, and that is flying and fighting. I know it's not unique, but I think it would be perfect for this inspiration, as it would be a perfect representation for an Indonesian-themed Pokemon region. From its many islands filled with wonder to the many animals that call it home, Indonesia has everything needed to be a great inspiration for a Pokemon region. This series may be back, but this series still relies on you for it to go on. Please suggest new locations from around the world, and if I didn't do them in Season 1, or I haven't done them yet, I'll do them and give you a shout out as thanks for helping this series go on. This is not a weekly series anymore, though if there are suggestions, they will be done as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this location and video, leave a like and share this video around. It helps me grow as a channel and I really appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter for updates on anything and everything Pokemon, as well as know when all my videos go live. The link to that's down in the description below. And as always, this has been your guide to the world, Black Phoenix. Thanks for watching, everyone.